You know, guys, I love when somebody makes a comment and you make another comment back and then they get all bent out of shape and get mad about it. You know, they're fine as long as you're taking their bullshit and keeping your mouth shut and you don't say anything back because that's what they really expect. But the moment you stand up for yourself or stand up for somebody else, then, they get bent all fucking out of shape. I don't know what it's going to take for people to really understand that we are all just a spoke in this wheel, in this wheel that makes the world turn and makes the world work. We're all just a spoke, from the lowest person to the biggest CEO to the president. It doesn't make any difference. You could be a trash collector, a trucker, a nurse, firefighter, cop, construction worker, soldier, hotel worker. You could work in corrections. None of that really makes any difference. People want to run down somebody else's profession without ever having walked in their shoes or without ever having been there. And, they do it to be part of the majority, like in high school, because this is the most unadult, immature generation that I think I've ever seen. And they do it because it's like it's a fad, And I don't know, it just, to me, I just don't get it, because they're teaching their children to be just as disrespectful as they are. You got good and bad in every person, good and bad in every profession. Are all cops bad? No. If you look hard enough, you'll find it. Some of them are. Are all nurses a whore? No. But if you look close enough, you'll find it. Because you can go to a lot of hospitals, you can end up with a phone number from one before you leave. And that's just reality. So do you look at all of them that way? No. Are all priests and Boy Scout leaders child molesters? No. What about, soldiers? They used to call it TDY, temporary divorced year, because it gave them the opportunity to screw around. Is that all of them? No, it's not. Do all truckers cheat? No, they don't. But, today that's all people are looking for, is something to fuss and argue about. You're never going to find a perfect person. You're never going to find a perfect profession. And I love how people, they get all defensive when you attack their profession, but I don't want you to say nothing when they attack yours. To make this country work, it takes respect. And it takes actually trying to help people out. This country's full of too much disrespect, hate, and contempt. And that seems to be the mindset that's going to have to change. You have people going to Christmas events telling kids there's no Santa Claus. You have people dressed up like the Grinch standing outside schools holding a sign saying there is no Santa Claus, just to get the cops called on them so they can try to file a lawsuit against the school or against the cops. Now you're even down to using children. I mean, seriously? You really want to use children now? Just to line your own pockets? You know, the only way this world's going to work is if all that bullshit stops and everybody starts working together. You're going to have to stop trying to hate everybody and find a reason to fuss and fight with everybody. You know, this is just totally ridiculous when you start picking on the children. You know, picking on adults is one thing, but when you start picking on the children, that's something totally different. Let the kids be kids. Let the kids grow up. Let them enjoy their childhood. Because we all know what it's like being an adult. So how about we lay off the kids? You know, that's something that really, really pisses me off. And, you know, I don't care who you are. The pranksters, these people running around telling kids there's no Santa Claus, these First Amendment auditors. Why be an asshole just because you can? You're not teaching anybody anything. You're not helping anything. You're just making the situation 10 times worse, trying to line your own pockets. So why be an asshole just because you can?